Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Gang feud led to motorcyclist death. Police say an ongoing gang feud led to the killing of a motorcyclist and the injuring of his pillion on Hagley Park Road, St. Andrew last week. Jermaine Evans, 34, a former of Colonel Meadows, Kingston 20, was shot dead while he and another man waited on a motorbike. Police said the two men went to purchase auto parts at an automotive part shop on Hagley Park Road when they were attacked by gunmen. Evans died on the spot while the pillion was hospitalized. Commanding officer for the St. Andrew South Police Division, Senior Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, said investigations so far have unearthed that a gang feud led to the attack. We believe that the incident occurred as a result of an ongoing gang feud between Veteran City and Colonel Meadows. SSP Ricketts told reporters. He said the police are making efforts to break up these gangs and bring those responsible to justice. The Hunts Bay Police reported that about 1:30 p.m., Evans and the pillion were pounced upon by armed men who opened gunfire, hitting them before fleeing in a nearby motorcar. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the men were seen with multiple gunshot wounds. The police stated that both men were taken to hospital, where Evans died and the other man was admitted. Popular Westmoreland barber shot dead. A well-known Westmoreland barber was shot dead at his barber shop along the Petersfield Main Road on Sunday night. Dead is 43-year-old Ron Fennell, otherwise called Barber or Zuki, from a Hartford district address in the parish. Reports from the Whitton police are that about 10 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned them. Fennell was later discovered with gunshot wounds and was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The deceased sister, Marcia Dixon, told reporters that her brother was hardworking and popular. He's a hardworking person, he's well known. I him trim the police and lawyers. He's even friend with the Custos, shared a distraught Dixon. Dixon is struggling to come to terms with her brother's death. Me turn idiot when me hear the news. Me dash when me close, Dixon said. She said she would have preferred to hear that he died from a crash or illness. I better him did sick and dead, Dixon added. Him dead mash up everything. Labor Day plans, right now, me a labor in pain. His in-law, Loretta Martley, told reporters. Marty said the family would be cooking up a storm and Fennell would be cleaning and cutting the yard for Labor Day. However, his death has dampened their holiday plans. Marlene Curlew, a woman with whom the deceased shared 3 children, said she is in shock. Nobody no sleep last night. This is unexpected, the grieving woman said. She is worrying about her children, especially her daughter, who will be sitting external exams in a few days. I'm in disbelief, were the only words his daughter Kimon could manage to utter, as tears flowed down her cheeks into her laptop. Fennell's customers also mourn as they described him as the #1 barber, noting that he is the one that trims the big shots. Wolmer student drowns, teen said to be Sugar Minot's grandson. A fourth form student of Wolmer's Boys School drowned during a bridge trip at Somerton Falls in Hope Bay, Portland on Sunday. David Minot, who is said to be the grandson of the late reggae icon, Sugar Minot, drowned during a church trip. He was from Errol Avenue, Kingston 13. It is reported that about 2 p.m., Minot was among a group of people who went swimming. He was last seen alive, sitting on a rock shortly before lifeguards found his body below the surface of the water. He was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Minot was well known at the school. He served as the public relations officer for the Inner Schools Christian Fellowship and was also a Passion and Purity rep at the institution. A Passion and Purity video on YouTube shows the young man talking about his love for Christ. Efforts to speak to members of his family proved futile on Monday afternoon. Crash claims 2 lives in Montego Bay. 2 men are now dead and 2 in hospital following a motor vehicle crash on the Anchor Main Road in St. James Sunday night. The dead men have since been identified as 20-year-old Kimani Wallace and 21-year-old Ricardo Allen. Reports are that they are of a Norwood address in the parish. According to the police, the deceased men and another man were occupants of a Nissan Tiida motor car that was traveling towards Lilliput in the parish when there was a collision involving a Toyota Vaxi traveling in the opposite direction. All three occupants of the Tita and the driver of the Voxy sustained injuries as a result of the collision. Firefighters had to extricate Allen and Wallace from the mantled vehicle. Firefighters reported that the Tita burst into flames following the impact and had to be doused before they could extricate the injured individuals. Their deaths come as the parish records another double fatality in recent times as it relates to crashes. On Friday, April 29, 2 hotel employees died after the Toyota Axia they were traveling in crashed into a traffic signal on the Iron Shore Main Road. Just a few days later, on May 2nd, 2 men, Colin Graham and Lionel Duhaney, died after the motor vehicle they were in clipped an embankment and tore through a utility pole. 3 shot, injured in Westmoreland attack. 3 people were shot and injured when gunmen opened fire on a group of people at 3 Miles River in Fulham, Westmoreland on Saturday. The wounded people, men ages 22, 53, and 59, received gunshots to different sections of their bodies. It is reported that about 9:15 a.m., the 3 men were standing in front of a business establishment with several other people when a grey motor car drove up. Police said the occupants of the motor car opened gunfire at the group and then sped away. It was later discovered that the 3 victims were shot and injured. They were assisted to hospital where they were treated and admitted in stable condition. Police say no motive has been established for the shooting. 433 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. Jamaica on Sunday reported 433 new COVID cases and 5 more virus-related deaths in the last 24-hour period. This brings the total number of cases recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 135,093 and death toll to 3,037. Of the newly reported cases, there were 246 females and 187 males with ages ranging from 1 day to 108 years. The cases are recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 97, St. James 53, St. Anne 25, St. Catherine 84, Westmoreland 34, Hanover 10, St. Elizabeth 37, St. Mary 5, Trelawney 7, Clarendon 23, Manchester 28, Portland 10, and St. Thomas 20. Meanwhile, the latest fatalities are a 93-year-old male from St. Catherine who died in March 2021, a 52-year-old male from St. Catherine who died in May 2021, a 76-year-old male from Westmoreland who died in September 2021, an 83-year-old male from St. Catherine who died in September 2021, and an 85-year-old male from St. Catherine who died in September 2021. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also recorded 180 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 86,163. The country's positivity rate for the last batch of testing is 34%. There are 3,218 confirmed active cases on the island. Approximately 95 patients are hospitalized, 3 of them are critically ill. Facebook, Instagram to reveal more on how ads target users. Facebook parent Meta said it will start publicly providing more details about how advertisers target people with political ads just months ahead of the United States midterm elections. The announcement follows years of criticism that the social media platform withhold too much information about how campaigns, special interest groups, and politicians use the platform to target small pockets of people with polarizing, decisive, and misleading messages. Meta, which also owns Instagram, said it will start releasing details in July about the demographic and interests of audience who are targeted with ads that run on its 2 primary social networks. The company will also share how much advertisers spend in an effort to target people in certain states. By making advertisers targeting criteria available for analysis and reporting on ads run about social issues, elections, and politics, we hope to help people better understand the practices used to reach potential voters on our technologies, Jeff King wrote in a statement posted to Meta's website. The new details could shed more light on how politicians spread misleading or controversial political messages among certain groups of people. Advocacy groups and Democrats, for example, have argued for years that misleading political ads are overwhelming the Facebook feed of Spanish-speaking populations. The information will be showcased in the Facebook Ad Library, a public database that already shows how many companies, politicians, or campaigns spend on each ad they run across Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. Currently, anyone can see how much a page has spent running on an ad, and a breakdown of the ages, gender, and states or countries an ad is shown in. The information will be available across 242 countries when a social issue, political, or election ad is run, Meta said in a statement. Meta collected $86 billion in revenue during 2020, the last major U.S. year election, thanks in part to its granular ad targeting system. Facebook's ad system is so customizable that advertisers can target a single user out of billions on the platform if they wanted. Meta said in its announcement Monday that it will provide researchers with new details that show the interest categories advertisers selected when they try to target people on the platform. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.